Hey, how's it going guys? It's Darek here from Caliathletics and I'm back with another informative video. In today's video I want to share with you my experience on how to get the strict for muscle up, and this video is going to be especially useful for people that want to get from a keeping muscle up to a perfect form muscle up. Let's get it started. So guys, first of all, this video is dedicated to people that already have good basics, that are prepared for starting your muscle up journey or already can do a keeping muscle up. If however you're a beginner, do not worry, focus on the basics, get really good at pull-ups, work on your explosiveness, and also watch this video because in this video I'll be sharing with you the mistakes that beginners do when working on the pull-ups, and later on it's hard to progress for the muscle up. Let's go. Alright guys, so the first thing to keep in mind that is the most important for you to choose the workout method is that the muscle up is an explosive exercise, and it means that in your workouts you should focus on generating the most power. So it means to do the work, in this case pull up, as fast as possible. So it often happens that guys that can perform a bunch of pull-ups, that can do weighted pull-ups, are not able to transfer that into the muscle up. So the reason behind that is simply that first of all your nervous system adapts to the movements that you've been performing. So for example, if you're used to perform the hypertrophy workouts where you focus on controlling the pull-ups, where you slow down the eccentric part of the movement, it might be the reason now why it's so hard for you to get over the bar, simply because you miss explosiveness. So right now I want to share with you how can you change your workout method in order to focus on the muscle up and getting this explosiveness that is necessary for you to get over the bar. So before I share with you my favorite exercises to get the perfect form muscle up, I want to firstly explain you the main reasons behind you not being able to perform this movement. So first of all, you might be lacking technique. So let's say you start pulling too early or doing it too late, your swing is too heavy or too less, you're not pulling in a curved line but you're doing it vertically like in a pull-up. And the second reason is that you don't have enough power, you don't have explosiveness. So in most cases, if you can do a keeping muscle up or muscle up on one arm, then adding the second one instead of doing perfect for muscle up, it probably means that you're not having enough explosiveness, your height is too low, and because of that you have to compensate it by using one arm or getting some additional momentum using your hips. So guys, right now we can proceed to my favorite exercises that will help you to get the muscle up. Alright guys, so let's start with the basics, and first of all we're gonna talk about the pull-ups. Probably if you've been doing bodyweight pull-ups or even weighted pull-ups, you've been just getting your chin over the bar, and what you want to focus on for getting muscle up is that you want to pull towards your chest. So replace your pull-ups by chest high pull-ups and try to perform them as fast as possible. And now guys, the second exercise that is the most important for the muscle up practice, it's going to develop your explosiveness. You probably heard about that, but you've been maybe not consistent about performing that, are the explosive pull-ups. A cool trick that you can perform during your workouts is putting a band over the pull-up bar. It's going to indicate you how high you should pull. So while performing this exercise, you should focus not only on getting your chin over the bar, but getting this over the resistance band. Later on, in order to track your progressive overload, you want to pull higher and higher each week until eventually you get your chest with the line of your resistance band. And once you get to this point, you will be probably able to get your strict form muscle up. The most important thing in this exercise guys is to not use any keeping on that, focus only on pulling with your back and biceps, and also work in the low range of repetitions. So let's say 1, 2 or maximum 3, because any above that is not going to be any more explosive and it's not going to be really beneficial for you. So make sure to generate the most power that you can and do this exercise as fast as possible. And now guys, the third exercise that is worth implementing into your workout routine are the muscle up with resistance bands. However guys, you should be aware that this exercise is definitely not the best one for the muscle up, simply because the band is helping you the most at the bottom part of the movement, which should be kinda opposite if you want to learn how to generate the most power. However guys, this exercise is useful in order to learn technique of the muscle up, and also this exercise is really cool when it comes to your motivation, so that you can progress towards different resistance bands. However, make sure to not only work on that, but also keep working with the strengthening exercises, and working with your explosive pull-ups is the key exercise, as I said before. Alright guys, so right now I'm gonna show you how you can use bands in order to learn the right technique of the muscle up. So the key here is the perfect timing. So when do you want to start pulling yourself? It is a point where you get a small swing, and at this point that your chest is fully stretched and you feel like you're swinging backwards, this is the time that you should start pulling part. So let's take a look. A small swing, 1, 2, and pull. A cool progression for that is using resistance band. So we're gonna start with the purple band, we're gonna put it over the bar, and right now we're gonna use a small swing and then pull as explosive as you can. Make sure not to use any kind of keeping. Once you master performing the muscle ups on the purple band, you can progress towards getting the black one, and then eventually the red one. So this is how can you progress in this exercise. And now, not really complicated method, but really effective for guys that can already do a keeping muscle up but are working on the strict form muscle up. This is the exercise that you can implement at the beginning of your workout, where you simply perform the muscle up but trying to focus on doing that as clean as possible. So first of all, let's say if you're performing the keeping muscle up like this, using a lot of keeping, then the next try you're gonna use a little bit less keeping, so to perform it like this. After you master that, you can try to keep your legs straight but still use keeping. So then trying to use less keeping in a straight legs position, and then eventually getting the perfect form muscle up without keeping. Obviously, right now I showed you the progression that is going to probably take you a few months or at least a few weeks, but it's really effective. So make sure to record yourself, analyze each attempt, and simply try to use less and less keeping, focusing on doing it explosively, using your biceps, using your upper back in order to reduce the keeping in your muscle ups. Okay, you already know the key exercises for getting your perfect form muscle up, and right now let's talk how can you progress from a keeping muscle up to a strict form muscle up. The first thing to keep in mind is the volume. I would recommend to work with the exercises that I provided you 2, maximum 3 times in a week. The second thing is setting up priority. If you want to get muscle up, you should work on that at the beginning of your workout when you feel fresh. So later on we're gonna divide the workout into 2 parts. The first one is the technique, and the second one is strengthening. So firstly, let's talk about the exercise order. Definitely at the beginning you should include explosive pull-ups, so when you feel the most fresh, you're gonna be able to generate the most power. After you complete, let's say, 4 sets of this, you're gonna proceed to performing muscle up with resistance band. If you don't really struggle with technique and the right timing, it's not necessary to include this exercise. Thirdly, you should focus on getting weighted pull-ups or bodyweight pull-ups chest high, and this should be your full routine for getting the strict form muscle up. In case you can perform keeping muscle ups, you can include them also at the beginning of your workout and trying to get less keeping over the weeks that I explained to you previously. And now guys, the key question that everyone is asking for, guess what? How long will it take me to get my strict form muscle up? Obviously it depends on many factors and definitely on your starting point, also on your genetics, how much of progress can you make over the weeks or over the months. I would say if you can do a keeping muscle up and you want to clean your form for the muscle up, it will take from a minimum of 1 month up to probably 3 months, in some cases maybe a little bit more, but the key here, guys, is consistency. You should perform these exercises for at least a few weeks before you're going to see any results, because it also takes some time to reprogram your nervous system and to get some good adaptations in order to get good explosiveness. So guys, keep patient and you're gonna definitely see results. You just have to put the work in and also make sure to keep tracking your progress, get progressive overload, increase the height of explosive pull-ups, increase repetitions of chest high pull-ups, or progress by using additional weights. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you're gonna get your strict form muscle up. This is the method that I'm using working here with my trainees. They are progressing from a keeping muscle ups to a strict form muscle up, so this is a really effective method. Just make sure to be patient, and right now hold on for 1 second because I got a few updates for you. So first of all, I'm all the time doing my work, even though I've been not really sharing much. I'm probably in the best shape of my life when it comes to calisthenics static skills. You're gonna see it the next Sunday on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna share with you my full week of training, which is going to be a really good video. I cannot wait to share that. And secondly, I want to invite you to check out my online calisthenics programs, which I've been working on since 2017. It's a complete course with like over 20 calisthenics skills tutorials with over 70 bodyweight routines, 20 levels of difficulty. It's a huge program explaining you how to get from beginner to really advanced calisthenics athlete, and it also includes a nutrition guide, so you're gonna get your dream body and despite that also master your body weight with calisthenics skills achieved. And lastly guys, check out my Caliathletics SHOP, where you can get my merchandise, where you can get the highest quality fitness equipment, so the parallettes, wrist wraps, liquid chalk, and basically everything that you need for calisthenics. We ship worldwide, so make sure to check it out and see you in the next video. Peace.